Okay, I'm just doing a quick audio test here, so bear with me. Test, test, test. Okay, yeah, there we go. Welcome one and all to the Voice of Cards, the Isle Dragon Roars demo. This is going to be our second dive into the realm of Yoko Taro. This particular demo is sort of a prelude to the game. You play as different characters.
Good afternoon, or should I say evening, morning. Morning? At any rate, I am the Game Master. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Before we begin, there is something I must tell you. You see, my job is to draw you into this world with my voice and cards, which is why I believe it best for you to play with the sound on. In fact, I insist on it. However, as you can see, my voice is subtitled, so you can always read along as well. Now then, are you ready? Let's begin.
Yes.
Welcome to Voice of Cards.
This game's all about cards.
You are about to take the first steps of your adventure. Through a realm of sword and sorcery you will travel, battling bloodthirsty monsters as you strive to realize your ambitions. I have every faith you will accomplish great things here.
And you are?
I am merely a witness to your exploits. Now then, your departure draws nigh. May your journey be a safe one. This is Castle Advent. Queen Nilla reigns over the kingdom from within its walls. 3 white-clad adventurers have gathered here at the Queen's summons. Present yourselves, O faithful of the Ivory Order.
Your piece is in the middle of the screen. Use the left stick to move in the direction you want. Move to the Queen. As you continue your journey, your objective will change. Press triangle button whenever you need a reminder of what to do next. You see the cards with glowing edges on your adventure. Step into one to trigger an event that'll move the story along. So, that's our objective. So here's our party of characters. One's clearly a wizard, cleric, and a warrior of sorts. It's all cards. We're level 5 adventurers.
You may not enter here. From upon her throne, the Queen regards the adventurers. So you are disciples of the Order. The youngest of the 3 steps forward. She holds herself with well-born grace. I am Winifred of the Ivory Order, Your Majesty, she says. I lead this fellowship. She bows, glancing to her 2 companions. In response, the stern-looking one inclines his head and brusquely names himself Berwin. The older man is the picture of courtesy, as he genuflects and introduces himself as Hedwyn. It is these three our story follows today. The Queen acknowledges the fellowship with a nod. In a soft voice, she explains her errand. Someone has stolen the royal treasure. I bid you reclaim it. Under normal circumstances, I would entrust this to my soldiers, but I do not wish to spread thin my forces with the recent monster troubles. It seems the troubled queen is judged she can entrust this matter to none but the Ivory Order, beloved of the people and unmatchable in battle. It is our honor to serve you, your majesty, and thus the quest falls to the fellowship. Short of any clues that could lead them to the culprit, however, they press the queen for further information.
What will you ask the Queen? What is the royal treasure? I feel like we're playing a classical one-shot, Dungeons and Dragons one-shot, where it's like, I need you to do this for reasons. So, what is the royal treasure?
The fellowship asks the queen what the royal treasure is. The queen describes a bottle containing a certain liquid. Without it, she trails off, but the desperation in her voice suggests its loss could spell disaster for the kingdom.
What will you ask the Queen? Did you see the thief, your majesty?
The fellowship asks the queen if she knows anything about the thief. The queen says witnesses might be found at Nexton.
Shall there be a reward?
Usually, one would expect recompense for this sort of undertaking. As demanding a reward would go against the tenets of the Ivory Order, you hold your tongue. The Queen, however, has already said she will reward the Fellowship with whatever they desire. It seems the royal treasure is just that important. Pray tarry no longer here. I await news of your success. The Fellowship bows and takes their leave.
Yeah, the entire world map is the entire game is lots of cards. Press the option menus to see the menu. The option button to see the menu. Yeah, equipment. The cards you encounter in your journey will be added to your collection, which can also be found on the menu screen. Give it a look. Ooh, apologies for I did have dinner just now. So collection. So we have a salve, a quality salve, an antidote. God, look at that! Look at that artwork. No wait, wrong. Look at our equipment. It's pretty dope. Just classic adventurer's gear. Characters. Winifred. Winifred was born into the Ivory Order and carries herself with a grace expected of all ladies therein. Her fellow Order members find her mage training a boon on their travels. And of course, you know, yeah, this is definitely yeah, the artist who did this is one that's worked with Yoko Taro before. I keep forgetting the name because I gotta give credit to these artists. Give me a second. Like, you gotta give credit where credit is due for. Dang it, man. Yuki Matsuyo and Yoko Taro are the writers for this game, but Masa Mimura and Yoko Taro are the directors. This was produced by Yosuke Saito, and the artist is Kimihiko uh, Fujisaka, and I do believe they definitely were very influential in the. What did they work on? A lot of really cool shit. Yeah, you might remember his. Yeah, he is. Yeah, Kimihiko Fujisaka did work on the. He did a lot of work on the Drakengard series, like his Drakengard 3 artwork. He also did he did artwork for Roy in Fire Emblem. Like he is, because they get like a bunch of like guest artists for Fire Emblem Heroes because you know you want to spend money on that gacha. Believe me, I know I have. Oh boy, but yeah, Drakengard 1, 2, the last story, Drakengard 3. Yeah, Drakengard 2 and 3, the last story. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's you got the Drakengard 3 designer, because it's his, what you call it, his art style, his brushwork, you could say. It's very recognizable to go, that looks like Drakengard 3. And you're like, well, it's a good thing you remember Drakengard 3. I remember it because it's related to that Nier game. You're like, yeah. And Drakengard 3 ran like dog poop, but it was very influential and any hoops. But yeah, you can look forward to the back of these cards and the whole story in the retail version of the game. So yeah, we got Berwen and Hedwyn. The entire. Yep. And we got the Queen. And we got some other. This is a very muscly man. Item shop girl. Pocketary. And the innkeeper. Yeah, you're just like. And we got monsters up in here, you know. And I'm kind of spoiling what monsters look like, but you're like, man. Furball. Very threatening looking. But we got a game to play, so.
We can waste no time finding the treasure. Winifred strides toward town. Wait, cries Berwin, blocking Winifred's path. A monster. You dare stand in our way? Hedwyn scowls at the foul creature. It lunges at the Fellowship.
Welcome to the game board. The fight is on. Take down all the enemies and victory shall be yours. Now, you can choose to pass on your turn. Now you see these stones at the left here. That's basically your, I'm gonna say mana pool. So, Magic Strike, which costs no AP, we could say. Miss. Classic HP. You got attack and defense. Classic card games. But this is more of an RPG. Deal 3 fire damage. Attack plus 3. Sure. That does it for battle basics. The rest is up to you. Play your hand wisely. thing about this game. It isn't just cards. You gotta roll a die. This adds a bit of spice and flavour.
Winifred heaves a disgruntled sigh as she smooths her rumpled garb. Showing no signs of weariness from battle, Berwin silently wipes the monster's ichor from his weapon. Hedwyn inspects the remains of their foe. The Queen spoke true, he mutters, his face masked in contemplation. Winifred gives a grim nod at his words. Mayhap the treasure's theft and the monster's behavior are connected somehow. First things first, the Fellowship needs to gather more information. To Nexton they set their sights.
Enter Nexton. Sure. Lucky for you, there are all sorts of establishments in this town. Would you care to have them explained? Not really. We've all played a good JRPG. Inn for resting, armory to get weapons, apothecary to get your potions, an item shop for just non-related healing items. Nah, we're good. These establishments are here to help you, so don't be a stranger. Speak to the inhabitants of Nexton to gather information on the thief who stole the royal treasure.
I'm too scared to leave town with all those monsters out there, the woman sighs.
Now give me the bread and no one will get hurt. I demand more bread. For... Okay, bread lady with a knife.
Welcome to Nexton, hails a man.
Tell us of this place.
The man doesn't respond to any question except to parrot back his original greeting.
This is a demo. We can only afford so much voice lines. Have you heard there was a theft?
The Fellowship asks if he's heard anything about the theft of the royal treasure. The man's eyes widen. He leans close to Winifred and whispers something in her ear. Welcome to Nexton.
Okay.
The man helpfully advises you take the opportunity to purchase equipment and curatives while you are in town.
Thank you, but we're still looking for that thief.
A woman sits hunched over by the side of the road. Upon catching sight of the Fellowship, she calls out for their aid. She's sprained her ankle and needs you to take her to the nearby apothecary. Winifred rushes to her and helps her up. Berwin lifts the woman onto his back, and the Fellowship sets out in search of an apothecary.
Apothecary. Yes. Transport the hobbled woman to the pocket. Oh, that's the armorer up there. You can jump over to upward facing terrain cards. Press the right stick to move and jump. Try jumping to the apothecary. So you can, you know.
You arrive at the apothecary. After taking a curative, the woman begins hopping up and down. Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine, she beams. She turns to the Fellowship, her eyes widening in surprise. You three. It seems she's only now realized the Fellowship are disciples of the Ivory Order. The woman takes each of their hands in turn, thanking them for their service. The Ivory Order is famous for providing medical supplies throughout the realm, and indeed the wider world. Every smile the Order brings to someone's face makes Winifred proud to be a disciple.
Fulfilled necessary requirements to unlock the mature woman's flip-side story. You read special stories about the characters and enemies among your collected cards. Progress through the adventure and defeat the myriad enemies in your path to collect every special story. View your collection. Sure. Let's have a look at this woman. Characters. So, mature woman. Every morning she wakes up early to get breakfast ready, and every morning she has to take her husband's abuse. There's only so much a woman can stomach. But I guess but I want to flip the card over. Unless you're referring to the other card, but well, it is a demo. Speak to the inhabitants of Nexton to gather information on the thief who stole the royal treasure.
Apparently, there's a monster lurking around the outskirts of town stealing medicine, and only medicine. Rumors claim the monster fled to the west.
Oh, that's a good clue.
The man claims he saw a suspicious someone leaving the castle grounds carrying what looked to be a medicine bottle. He didn't get a good look at their face, but says they were nothing but skin and bone. The Fellowship thanks the man for the useful information.
Probably just need some protein or some, a good slop of ham to get the meat going. Boy, with a little more information, the thief is as good as caught.
Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine, proclaims the woman. The woman begs the Fellowship for their autographs. She seems to greatly admire the Order. I know there's nothing to worry about with disciples of the Order here, she says, relief flooding her features. Upon asking, the woman says she was attacked by a monster outside of town. A strange creature, she says, nothing but bones, and it clutched a bottle of medicine as if its life depended on it. Thanks to the information gleaned from the townsfolk, the Fellowship is all but certain of who has stolen the royal treasure. The first clue was the Queen's description of the treasure, a small bottle containing a certain liquid. Then there's the bony figure seen fleeing town, the skeletal monster clutching the bottle of medicine, and the monster that fled west. From all that information, the Fellowship distills the thief's true identity.
Who done it? I haven't a clue. A scrawny street urchin. The skeleton monster fleeing west.
Realization strikes Winifred. I know who our thief is. The monster made of bones, Hedwin interjects. The one that fled west. Berwin nods in agreement, as if to say, another sage pronouncement from the great and wise Hedwin. Winifred clears her throat, proclaims that the Fellowship shall head west, out of town, and walks off.
Travel west of Nexon to pursuit of the monster. Well, I'm going to go to the item shop.
How may I help you? The proprietress inquires.
So, 1,000 bucks and we can get ourselves 3 gems. Or a bomb. The classic cartoon bomb with a
Will
wick at
that
the
be
end.
all? The proprietress asks.
I believe.
How may I help you? The proprietress inquires. The apothecary catches sight of the fellowship. Ah, the Ivory Order, to which I owe the prosperity of my humble shop, she says. She gestures to the drawers filled with her wares. Pray, choose one of my concoctions and take it at no cost. It shall be a token of my thanks to the Order. The fellowship insists they will pay as any other customer would, and sets about browsing her wares.
Dispeller. Curse, cure target of curse. Salve. Antidote. Prepper upper. Okay, cures the target of attack and defense down. Inspire elixir. It's pretty cool, but I'll take a potion on the road.
Will that be all? The proprietress asks. You make your way to the inn, where you're greeted with a hearty hello by the owner. You're from the Ivory Order, aren't you? Thanks to a royal decree, you're allowed to stay the night for free. And you're not about to refuse such hospitality.
Well, too bad I am. And we'll have one more here.
How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
Let's see about our weapons. So what Mercenary's sword is, attack goes up. You know, it's always the classic, like, oh man, I gotta buy the armor so I don't get jumped on. But I think I'm... That's cool. Buy and equip. But I will get a ring of protection. With that, we're off.
Will that be all? The proprietor asks.
Only, you know, only a certain amount of people can wear the particular armor. Let's leave the area. While exploring the world and diving deep into dungeons, you will encounter enemies which you must do battle. The adventure will be over if everyone in your party is KO'd. Should your journey meet an unfortunate end, you can continue your last save point. Make sure you save often. An enemy appears!
Rout the enemy.
These are gems, you need them to use them on certain skills. You can have up to 10 at once. Yeah, some are weak, some resist. You know, classic JRPG. Just taking this easy on us. That's a lot of critical. And we learned white light. Now we learned add value of roll to attack and deal wind damage. Yeah, no, it's like, if you get hurt, make sure you heal with a potion. Treasure chest found. We got an antidote. Now, you can only go so far in the demo. Like, you have to more or less follow the path. Let's look at our, we're good. Let's mess this guy up. Treasure discovered. Yeah. It's like shuffle time in Persona. You're like, oh man, it's shuffle time. Better pick the right item.
The Fellowship moves westward, only to be unnerved by the sight of a human figure moving through the trees. The presence of large packs suggests a traveler.
How you hailed a traveler? Caught sight of any monsters?
I beg your pardon, but did you catch sight of a monster fleeing west? Winifred inquires. He gives her a puzzled look. There's nothing out there but the sea, he says. That and a cave full of monsters on the opposite shore. I suspect you might find your quarry there. The Fellowship exchange glances and nod as if to say, then that is where we shall go. Alas, they will need a boat to cross the sea. The traveler hoists his packs, suggests the Fellowship speak to the fishermen on the western shore, and takes his leave.
Seek the western shore for the fisherman, who may grant you safe passage across the sea. An enemy appears. Let's go a 6, a 2. Well, he's resistant to the fluff. Ah, you jerk. Okay, yawn, but... A message on fire.
Let's not go there just yet. I haven't quite finished the story for that section, you see.
Okay, so oh. For the record, I was just following the path. There we go, we got her. So there's an event?
A monster appears to be in pain. Seems the poor thing's been poisoned. You may be able to aid it by administering some antidote.
Sure, why not? Put the thing out of its misery.
Take pity on the creature and administer some antidote. Healthy once more, it gets up and makes its way to who knows where. Every so often, you catch it looking back at you. But before long, it's out of sight.
There's an event?
A bizarre rock appeared. It seems primed to explode.
Roll the dice to see what happens after it explodes. Uh-oh! Oh no!
The bizarre rock transformed into a treasure rock.
Oh! When you roll the 1, you go, oh no. Gasp! The enemy!
Rout the enemy.
Rout the enemy, alrighty. Set the person aflame. Cool, we're level 7 now. Full swing.
The Fellowship comes upon an anchored ship. Close by, a fisherman of exquisite physique hauls a net out of the water, his muscles rippling. This is no time for lustful reverie. Winifred races to his side and asks that he give the Fellowship safe passage aboard the ship. That vessel is cursed, the fisherman mutters, trembling.
Cursed, you say?
Night after night, it leaves port without a soul aboard, headed I know not where. Come morning, it is once again anchored here. This, to the fisherman's mind, is the result of a curse. His head drops into his hands. With but a single dispeller, I am certain I could lift it and sail away.
Do we have one?
Alas, the Fellowship find themselves without any dispeller. They resolve to return to Nexton and find some.
Well, we can teleport our way back. You can jump, use the jump feature across large distances without encountering monsters. So we got basically we got fast travel.
An innocent-looking young boy accosts the Fellowship. Want to play a game with me? He asks. In this parlor, you can play cards. The child rambles on, wheedling you. I'll give you this if you play with me.
Yeah, like with any good Square Enix game, there's a card mini-game in it. Be it triple triad or triple triad. But I don't know how to play, and I don't have really time to play this right now. So we're gonna... But we're gonna go into Pocketeering real quick.
The Fellowship hears a young man arguing with the apothecary. Make it cheaper, he bellows. As the Fellowship approaches the door to intervene, the young man bursts out of the shop. He storms past Winifred, nearly crashing into her. "Watch where you're going," she shouts after him. But he makes no move to apologize, instead squaring his shoulders and walking off.
That particular character is the main protagonist you play in the full game.
"What a hateful little man," grumbles the apothecary. Winifred vows to teach him proper manners should they ever meet again.
Okay. Can I afford it? I don't have enough gold. Looks like we're going to have to play the minigame. They're more or less just... Let's just go blind. Actually, yeah, let's actually hear basic rules. The goal is to use your cards to get more points than other players. Try making a set. Each player deals their hand one card at a time. I'm up first. Three cards in your hand, select two that are the same number. Sure, yes. You make a set, your earn points equal to the sum of the numbers on the cards. From any cards left over, you can choose one to remain in your hand. This is the end of your turn. Next, I'll act as the other player. Okay, when you don't have a set, you have to discard all but one card. Ouch! Your player card, that's where you can see how many points you have. I have up to 3 sets at a time. The pot is at the top, any player can use these cards. I'm making a set. Okay, when the card deck reaches 0, sure, look it. Looks like he's making a pair of 4s. Okay. I draw. You know, let's make sets consecutive numbers on them. 3 cards up with 2, 3, 4. So we're at 9 points, I'm taking it. Okay, you can have 3 sets at a time. Cool. Shucks. has to be good. Ah. Menu screen. Okay. Get rid of the lower hand. That's the game now. Let's see who the winner is. Coming at me with 18. That was just a tutorial. Yeah, we play for realsies. Let's see who will go first. I will go first. Let the game begin. I draw. I don't have any cards that can make a set. Now, my turn. Draw 2 from the deck. Okay. 5, 4, 3. Fudge. I draw. Shit. Odd. Oh no, I think I might have given him a free 2 for... Oh no. Come on, give me a... Not a good hand. Just gonna have to try and... Four aces. I draw. Yes. Get stuffed. 5. Okay, I'm doing pretty good. Well, 6, 5, 4. We're not letting our opponent get any cheap victories. don't honestly don't know what the AI was doing there. Remind me, that's Discord. Yes, the Discord. Okay. I mean, with a card game this simple, I'd love to play this in real life. Okay. That's 18. I mean 16. You're like, man, that's only 15. Yeah. Fuzzball. And I win. Now who's the winner? $52 points.
Thanks for playing, the boy squeals. He hands over the medicine bottle as promised.
We got the speller. But it wasn't available to play. You can also play multiplayer online. I just wonder if the characters from this game will appear in Alice. That, or I severely doubt they'll appear in Near Reincarnation, but I can definitely see them appear in Yoko Taro as other popular mobile game, Alice. Here you go.
Winifred hands the despairing fisherman a dispeller and asks again for safe passage to the cave beyond the sea. The fisherman snatches up the concoction, so delighted that his pectoral muscles begin twitching. The fellowship politely ignores this fact. He opens the bottle and proceeds to douse the ship.
Monsters that await you in the cave are most formidable. Speak with the fisherman when you're ready to depart. Now we have... do a little cheeky save. Perilous dungeon lies ahead. We're level 7. We're good.
Are you ready to set sail for the cave? The fisherman asks. How will you respond? Let's
go.
Shove off then. He beckons you aboard. The fellowship arrives at the mouth of a dank cave. Its damp, rocky expanse threatening to swallow them. Monsters could come pouring out at any moment. The fisherman has anchored the ship in the cove. Come back here when you're ready to return to the mainland, he says.
Alright, well, let's proceed.
Are you finished here? Asks the fisherman. How will you respond? All right then, he says, turning back toward the ship.
Enemy?
Let's do this.
Mushroom Man. Critical hit.
That was lucky.
Ow! Also, in other news, there's going to be a Unreal Engine 5 Matrix experience. That's going to be 25 gigs big, and we'll know more about it at the Game Awards. Because Keanu and Carrie-Anne Moss are giving out one of the awards, because, you know, Jeff Keighley can book anyone. I mean, last year he booked John David Washington. Yeah, because Tenet came out. It was John David Washington. I think he got Christopher Nolan, Gal Gadot. Just a bunch of like Hollywood people. Like, yes, because video games. Yeah, you'll get Holy Light. There we go. It's like I'm going to give my own Game Awards at some point. Yeah, I'm gonna say Friday I'll do my own Game Awards. Be it on actual camera or just treasure discovered. Shuffle. Chance time. Shucks. Oh well. Oh! Fucking hell, magic stuff. Gimme. Equipment. Does increase my defense. Magic stuff crafted by an artisan of great renown. Like, see, this is only the demo. I do have the full game, but I haven't committed myself to playing it. I bought it because of the pre-order goodies, and also, you know, tossing some support. But let's just give you a schmack. Oh no, 2 damage. And you get fire. But yeah, I have some interesting I know what game we're gonna play one of these days. It's gonna. I just need to come. God, I have D&D tomorrow. Like I'm taking. Ooh, we're level 8. We learned Snowgrave. Nice. What's down here? A door. Actually, no, I want to just see what... Skellybye! Alright, so... Deal attack +4 water damage, inflict freeze on a roll of 5 or greater. One. Yeah, I'll take it. Bit overkill. But I'll take it.
The door is shut tight. You spy a keyhole on it, suggesting the existence of a corresponding key.
You can only jump so much in a dungeon. Only up to flipped tile stuff.
And fight.
Oh, since he leveled up, he got full heals. Nice. Okay, let's go for... Oh no, 1 damage. Let's try go to freeze. There we go. Ow. That hurt. We got a simple key for a simple lock.
The door before you is shut quite tightly. It appears to have a keyhole. The simple key may be of use here. The Fellowship slides the simple key into the keyhole and turns it. The lock opens with a thunk.
Will you descend the stairs? Yes, I will.
An iron door towers before you. It has rather conspicuous handles.
Choose a card and hold the X button to raise it up slightly. If you hold it just too long, you might be able to peek what it contains. Push the door handle. It moves not an inch. Pull on the door's handle.
Berwin pulls on the massive handles with all his might. It moves not an inch.
Like in classic D&D scenario, you encounter a door, and people are going to spend half an hour trying to figure out, is that door unlocked? I check to see if the lock is trapped. You look, it's not trapped. Okay, can I? Okay, I cast detect magic. As a ritual. Do I sense anything about the door? The door does not appear to be magical. Okay, well, is the door? Oh man, the door's not a mimic, so no. Detect good and evil. It's a door. Okay, I shoot an arrow at it. Roll the hit. How much damage did I do? You shut the door. Oh man. And you're like, oh boy, no one checked to see if the door was open or closed by just, checking the handle. But man, that door was a powerful, powerful foe. Moves not an inch.
Berwin gives the door a roundhouse kick out of pure frustration. As his foot connects, the door trundles to the side. So it was one of those sliding contraptions.
I want to put that in my game for Thursday, either tomorrow or Thursday's game. Like, there's a door, try pushing and shoving, but it's not bulging. Slide it. Yep.
Something leaps out at the Fellowship from the darkness. Winifred deftly parries the attack with her staff. Edwin looks fondly at Winifred, only to have his reverie interrupted by Berwin's cry of, "It's coming back."
Ow. My one... Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with wind. 5. Ooh, close. I haven't cast lightning. Lightning bolt! 1. Man, he is... Berwin is doing all the good stuff today. I had one leveled up, he's level 9. Treasure discovered. That one. Oh, I'll take it anyway. Poison is no laughing matter.
The Fellowship approaches the chest, only for a voice deep as an earthquake to echo through the cavern. You shall not have it, a voice growls. The Fellowship warily eyes their surroundings as several somethings leap out of the shadows.
Looks like we found our quarry after all. Oh. Okay, now. Now I'm not happy. Heal. Okay. Better deal with the small fry first. I cast freeze. They're now frozen. Okay. I'm gonna do it. Oh, damn. Perfect. Did that guy just get some HP back? Well, now. White light. Still kicking. Well, now. I'll see you handle against wind. 2. Critical. Looks like it's just you and me, Skelly Boy. Full swing. Go for the crit.
That was lucky.
Okay. You're getting healed. And you're gonna get your ass frozen. A 10, max. That was beautiful.
Winifred neatly steps through the fiend's remains and opens the chest.
I mean, it's a pretty simple, basic demo, but it just gets you like, oh man, this game's just like any JRPG, but it's got dice, cards, and a card minigame in a card-related game. I like this game. Medicine.
Inside is what appears for all the world to be an ordinary medicine bottle.
Well, it's got the Queen's seal on it. Are you sure it's medicine? What's the Queen planning?
At last, the royal treasure is in safe hands once more, Hedwyn sighs. Winifred and Berwin nod in agreement.
You obtained the royal treasure.
Treasure in hand, the Fellowship exit the cave, exulted. In time, the Fellowship find themselves before the Queen once more, They offer her the retrieved treasure. As reward for the arduous task of returning our prized possession, I bid you name anything you desire, she proclaims. She is positively beaming and seems prepared to shower the Fellowship with riches, whether they demand them or not.
I demand hookers and blow for everyone. Now.
But at that moment, a massive roar, the likes of which had never been heard before, shakes the entire castle. As the roar recedes, one of the royal guard, pale as a sheet, bursts into the royal hall. He struggles to gather his breath. Just now, over the castle, a dragon, he pants to Queen Nilla. A dragon. So the great evil has returned. Queen Nilla turns her gaze to the sky, dumbfounded. So the monster troubles are connected, Edwin says so under his breath, so the Queen does not hear. A profound silence settles over the royal hall. The Fellowship stand tall, unflinching, as though they know what must be done in the face of such a crisis. What will become of the land now that the dragon has returned?
Now, that sounds like a very familiar vocalist. That is the person that has... That singer there is one of Yoko Taro's, like... I have to get her name to give her full proper credit, because it's... The female vocals for the main theme and track Trin Recollections are performed by Saki Naiki, and I do believe she is. Yeah, she basically did the whole Nier shit. She did Voice of the Ancients. I think she did Voice of... She's just the female vocalist.
I'm afraid that will have to wait. We're all out of time for this portion of the adventure. Don't you worry. We'll continue the tale another time. I look forward to our next session. Until then, I bid you good day. Farewell, friend.
Yeah, it's just sort of like, oh man. This concludes the Voice of Cards demo. An even bigger world, grander adventure awaits you in the retail version. Which I have, but yeah, we're not going to visit the store. We're good. I already own it. And all the, you can now play the multiplayer. Yeah, this is like, people were kind of a bit weirded out. It's like, oh, Yoko Taro's making Voice of Cards. You're like, is this going to be a gotcha game? And Yoko Taro's like, no, it's due to the COVID, we're going to make a small budget game. Not reincarnation levels big. Just something basic. Return to form to classic JRPGs, but with a twist of cards and dice. And everyone's like, I don't hate this game, because it's more Yoko Taro. The guy's a nutcase, and we love him for it. You got some big boys back in the ALIM. ALIM is the devs of the game. Square Enix are the publishers, And here we got Yoko Taro, because Nier Replicant came out and he's like, man, what's your boy gonna do now? Other than make more Nier Reincarnation Cinewalis stuff. We need to keep him busy, because there's going to be more Nier related property in the future. But we got some good stuff, and basically this game's getting 7 out of 10s. Like, people just seem to kind of like it. But it's a gimmick of just cards. But yeah, development. Let's look at the development history. Yeah, because ALIM previously worked on mobile projects, including Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and the scenario writers Yuki Matsudo, lead writer on Nier Reincarnation, and Nier Reincarnation is very odd, but we finished the first arc, the girl and the monster arc finished. And then we got like a boy and a girl from Tokyo in the weird realm of Nier Reincarnation. And if and it's like, oh man, the person doesn't have their cell phone, you're like, wait, but I thought like in the Nier universe that the dragon came down and just almost, White Clarination syndrome happened. You're like, tell me, Yoko Taro, are we going full multiverse on this? And we kind of are. But the whole premise of Nier Reincarnation is all about stories. So this could just be a story and a story. Fantasy and fiction and reality just clashing in the realm of dreams. But Nier Reincarnation is so mysterious, and I love it so much. But that'll be definitely its own discussion on the channel. Yeah, according to Saito, production took place between Nier Reincarnation and a remastered version of Nier Replicant, taking much longer than initially planned. When Yoko gave the game pitch to ALIM, he described it as a normal RPG design with analog expression through cards. He wanted to emulate the feeling of being an otaku game master. With in mind, a single voice actor was used for the characters, emulating a game master telling the story. Yoko said that the game's limited budget was part of the decision. So using the tabletop aesthetic, just sort of, because Yoko Taro's done amazing work, and thank God, like after Nier Replicant Gestalt came out, we got Drakengard 3, and that's sort of just like sale-wise, and you're like, man, will there be another Yoko Taro game? It looks a bit iffy, looks a bit spotty, and then here comes Platinum Games like, yeah, we're making a game with Yoko Taro, it's a Nier project, and everyone's like, what? I will smoke what you're selling, Yoko. And then Nier Automata became one of my favorite games of all time. Crazy enough to where I have the World Guidebook in Japanese and English. And I got the Japanese version signed by Kira Buckland in her first non-American convention. It was Dublin Comic Con Anime Edition. I wore the pre-order Emil shirt, and she was super happy. And there was like no one coming to her table. Like when the doors opened, everyone rushed to Tara Strong. I was like, I'm going to Kira Buckland. I've followed her for most of my life from Newgrounds. I'm like, man, sign my near stuff. And then I went over to like the voice actor of Pod 042, because I think it was also he was just there and was like, oh man, it was like Douglas something, DC Douglas. Yeah, I think it was DC Douglas. Yeah, just getting his voice, getting my copy near Automata signed. I'm like, I was so happy. I just want Kyle McCurley. I just want Kyle, 9S's voice actor, to come and go. There we go. Then I get A2 voice actor. Then hopefully one day A2's voice actress will come here and like, yay! I'll even settle for a male's voice act. I'll settle for a male or Laura Bailey. Oh man. But that's my nonsensical Yoko Tower ramblings. So I'm gonna get my sacrificial goat made of cards here. I don't know how I did that. Physics is weird. So I'm gonna get my sacrificial goat here and shuffle it. And we're gonna play a random game tomorrow. Probably a lot shorter game, maybe half an hour. Not however long this stream was. Something nice and simple. I don't know, probably something arcadey. But well, that's it, my abbers, cadabers, and alakazams. I wish you all a good night. Because I got Near Reincarnation to play. By pressing the auto button and leaving it alone for 10 minutes. Awesome gameplay. Just a lot of grinding. And Sinnoh Alice as well. A lot of grinding as well. There goes your gotchas. But, yeah. Okay, folks. I'm out of here. As I keep saying, toodle pip, and enjoy your day.